let's just compare other sports leagues. NBA. Is there anyone who's getting fraud checked? No. NFL. Is there anybody getting fraud checked? No. You hear the media talking about, oh, this person might be fraud checked. This person might be fraud checked. No. Because their media and the people who write and cover the sport are a lot more respectful and knowledgeable and understand parts of the game and the entity of the fact that you getting to the pinnacle of the sport, you can't be a fraud. So when you spin it back to MMA, and then, even then, people may say, oh, well, this person was a bust. Okay, they were a bust. That's fine. That means they didn't play up to their potential. But that's after their career is over. That's after they're done playing in said league, said promotion. But to sit there after 2 losses in the highest part of the sport, to say someone's fraud checked after fighting 2 guys who don't even have a combined amount of 3 losses, you can't sit there and be fraud checked. Like, Malcolm Willmaker did not get fraud checked. This fraud check term is so terrible. Like, you can't get fraud checked. Like, there's, like, how? What makes him a fraud? That he lost? You go in there and fight the dude then. That doesn't make him a fraud. Like, the fraud check. Oh, he got fraud checked. That is so terrible. Like, people in the sport that cover the sport need to come up with either, I guess, better terms, or just be a little bit more respectful and just cover the sport and not talk about people like personally, like fraud. Like, how is the man a fraud? He didn't do anything to make, he worked his ass off to get to where he is. So did the guy who he fought. You can't be a fraud like that. There's no fraud in it. Now you can sit there and say, okay, he didn't fight to his potential. That's fair. That's respectable. That makes sense. That's intelligent. But fraud checked is ridiculous. So, like, when you use this term fraud check, I automatically be like, yeah, you don't even know, you don't even understand the sport. Like, you can't call somebody a fraud. Y'all are more of a fraud because all of you guys who sit there, especially this MMA BND, whatever, BSN, I'll add it. You're more of a fraud than Malcolm would ever be if we're gonna be technical, because one, you don't train every day. You don't put your body through any type of hell. So all of you guys who use this fraud check term, who sit there and have taken one jiu-jitsu class or box with your friends outside, like, that's garbage, bro. Like, have more respect for some of these fighters, and maybe you'll get more respect back.